Okay, Assalamu alaikum. We are going to start with the second part of the logic gates for ONA landscape precise. Um, First part is already done. It's on the Facebook and it's on the YouTube. So you can just get into that. You can have a quick revision and then we can start the part two. Just for a couple of 2 minutes, I just want to share the link with my other students. Okay, there we go. So we were going to look into the book, just like we did last time. This is the book. This is your O-level science book. This basically the logic gate topic is almost the same in O and A levels both. So any students, even he is doing AS or A2, they can refer to this lecture as well. Last class we did the symbols of the logic gates. We did how to write down the Boolean expression, what are the tables, the number of inputs, 1, 2, 3. So tables, and we have also done this thing as well, how to write down the equation. And then we have done the combination of the logic gates as well. But what we did in last class, we did only 2 input circuit. For example, here we have only A and B. We will going to start with the addition of logic gates circuit with 3 inputs, just like it's shown here. So give me a second. I have a question here. Application to logic gate. Okay, if you're referring to the very same book, question 6. Oh, yeah. Logic examples. Definitely we will going to cover this as well. So let's start doing it. Let's check on the notes as well. Logic gate. There we go. Perfect. So you can also refer to these notes. These are well-made notes. Everything is there. And just like I've told you before, that for previous knowledge is much needed to cover this topic, logic gates. No student basically require any previous knowledge of any sort of thing to cover up this topic, logic gates. It can be taught, it can be learned without having any previous stuff. Yeah, you should be good with the math or English, something like that, but no technical answer. Okay, so let's start with the just jumping into this equational software for. I guess we have done questions previously with 2 inputs. We will going to do some practice of the questions later on. as to this equation thing. First, how to do that, how to not only draw the logic circuit out of the equation, but also if the logic circuit is given to you, how to write down the equation, means vice versa, oppositely, and then how to verify your circuit with the help of the truth table. Basically, the purpose, this is the practical example of the logic circuit. If you are given some kind of situation, then you have to give a solution, just like a question you have. So if there could be some sort of safe or anything that they are going to make that if the button A or button B are on or pressed and the button C is off, only then will be switched on. For example, on a wall or anywhere there are three buttons, A, B, and C. So if only pressed in this pattern, only then alarm will going to sound, otherwise it will not going to sound. So this is the situation. So what kind of circuit that we will going to make behind that set of three buttons? So for that we will going to make equation out of this. So after making the equation, we will going to make the logic gate, the circuit, and then after making the logic circuit, we will going to make the truth. We will going to follow the three steps. The first step will be from statement into equation. This, even if sometimes these equations are not required in paper, but you will going to make it anyway. So the first step one is you will going to learn how to make the equation out of the statement, and then later on from the equation how to make the circuit, and then how to try run the truth table and verify that if your circuit is correct or not. So that verification is the good thing that is again not needed, but it's a very good technique that you are going to know that if your circuit is correct or not. Right. So let me check everything is good. Yeah, everything is going fine. All right. Let's do the past questions. I'm pretty hopeful that I'm going to have some past questions here as well. Yes, we have. All right. Minimize those questions, and for example, this is a question. No, this is solution. Solution is already given. We will not going to. Let me check. Yeah, it solves. All things solved. These are not solved. Let's start practice this question which are not solved. Take the very first question. Question number 7. A computer will only operate if 3 switches, just like one we were studying. Okay. Here's my screen. There we have. Sorry. Stay with me. I'm here. I'm not gone. I'm just looking into my screen, my share screen. Why it's not working properly? Let me have a check. All right. I guess we have to restart it. Something is really take some time. Authenticating. Okay, I guess. Come on. Okay. Let's not find me. There we go. So we are here. So let's start. Sorry for the interruption and the time that we have taken. Hopefully, it's going to help us out. So this is question number 7. I hope it's pretty readable. If it's not, you can get the notes and you can read it from there. Question number 7. Yes. A computer will only operate if 3 switches P, S, and T are correctly set. So what is the criteria? The output signal at equal to 1 will occur. The output or the sound, alarm sound will going to buzz if P and S both are on, or the second condition is if P is off, S and T are on. So there are 2 conditions. There are 2 Fs. Right? So there are 2 Fs. We need to satisfy 2 Fs. So how this equation will going to be solved? That's pretty easy. Let's see. All right. So just look into it again. An output signal X will going to be 1 only if P and S are both on, and P. And the second condition is if P is off, S and T are on. So let's do that. Okay, here we are. So P and S both are on. What does this mean when we say on in logic gate or in computer world? On is 1 basically, and off is what? Off is 0. On is high and off is low. So this is how it goes. P and S both are on. This means P is 1 and S is 1. All right. So this is the first condition. If P is 1 and S is 1, the alarm X will go on. All right. And what will going to happen? X will be on. This is equal to 1, or you can call it this is equal to X. All right. The second condition now. If P is off and S and T are on, okay, if P is off, and this was and S and T are on, S is equal to 1, S and T both are on, so both are 1. So this is the second condition. There are two ifs, we have written two equations, but definitely we can also combine the equation. And how's that? If it's not getting confusing for you, just forget about this thing. And just write, looking to this whole statement, all right? X to 1, P and S are both on. If P is equal to 1 and S is equal to 1, or there is something in between this thing, then another if P is off and S and T are on. So P is off and S and T are on. Okay, S is equal to 1 and T is equal to 1. So what is in between this if here? What is in between this if and what is in between this if? It's this OR. Okay, if you can look at looking into my cursor. So this OR will come up here like this. So this whole thing will become one equation. All right. So this is one equation is equal to X. X will be proven if this whole thing will be correct. Okay. So now we have made the equation out of this statement. How to make the logic circuit out of this equation? So let's do that. For example, now T is equal to 1 and F is equal to 1. Let me check if somebody is having a problem. Okay, there we are. Okay, so what's going to happen if P is equal to 1 and S is equal to 1? So what is the trick of solving the equation? If you have an equation, if you have derived an equation out of the statement, and now how you are going to draw a logic circuit out of an equation? So it is again pretty easy. Just let me rewrite this whole equation in a way. Sorry, let's rub it. Resolve. The equation was P is equal to 1 and S is equal to 1 because we have written that P and S both are 1, or the second condition is P is equal to 0. And one more thing that is very important, that when they are going to mention that P is equal to 0, just like here, P is equal to 0, all right? So you will not going to write down 0. If you know that when we say off means 0, and instead of 0, we will going to write down what? We will going to write down not 1. Definitely what happens in binary? If it's not 1, it means it's 0. So the reason of writing of this not 1, it's not 0, it's not 1, basically it's 0, is when we're going to make the circuit, that's going to make more sense. Okay, so P is 0, or you can call it not 1, and the second thing is S and T both are 1. So S is equal to 1 and T 1. So this is the whole equation. So the trick of making the logic circuit out of the equation, one thing that I used to tell my students, and that will going to come helping later on, start solving the circuit, start making the circuit, start solving the equation from the right hand side. For example, first start this bracket part, and within this bracket part, first solve this equation. Okay. So S is equal to 1 and T is equal to 1. This AND is what? This is an AND gate. And what are the input of this AND gate? The input of this AND gate is S and T. Okay, so S and T are the input of this AND gate, and we have solved. Okay, now we have done with this part, all right? So what is the rest of the part in this bracket? This. So now we have to make another AND gate. There will be another AND gate. We have solved this portion. Sorry, what was that? So we have solved this portion already, and that is this one. Okay, so now we need to solve the rest of the part. So this is another AND gate, and this AND gate has two inputs, this one and this one. So this will become the input of this AND gate, and this is what? P01. So this is the second input of this AND gate. Okay. So this is the AND, and this is the AND. All right. So P01. The P is not 1. So this is a not. This is the reason that we have written 0 as not. This will become a not gate. P is 0. P is not 1. So when we will going to make P, it will get not, just like here. Okay. So now we have solved this bracket, this whole thing. So now let's start solve the other bracket, this one. So again, when we will going to start solving this one, there is an AND gate. So make an AND gate like this. Okay. And what are the input of this AND gate? The input of this AND gate are P is equal to 1 and S is equal to 1. So we have already these P and S here. We will not going to draw other P and S. So this thing should be done very carefully. So here the sum coding this bubble is basically the sum of soldering this line. This is the P, this is the P, this is the P, okay, and S. So I'm gonna take S from here. Okay, just draw a circular bit for us, so it makes sense. All right, and has S and T input, and has S and P. Oh, no, not P. I was making a mistake. This is T. Okay. So take this S from here. Over this line is not short with this one. This basically jumper means that this line is not joined with this P. It is just moving above that. We can also call it bridge. We can also call it jumper. Jumper is the most common word that we use in electronics and scientifically make a lot of circuits and ICs and actually work on that. So this is known as jumper. This is making sure that this S is not short with this P. It's coming from here, it's moving there, it's getting into this AND gate. Okay, and this dot means that this line is P basically. It's joined with this one. This is taking the very same signal from here to that side as well and to this side as well. This line is getting not because this is this P. It is not 1, and this P is only 1. This is not. So it's like this. All right. So we have done with this part. We have done with this part. This part is what? This part is this whole thing. Okay? And what is this thing? This is this whole thing, this thing. Okay? So now what is the remaining part? Let's join these two brackets with this OR gate. Let's try now again. This is what we have. Voila, we are done. Okay. So this is what? This is basically x is equal to 1. The result. This is our circuit. This is how our circuit is going to look like. Now, step 1 we have done with the equation. Step 2 we have done with the circuit, how to make a logic circuit out of the equation. And step 3 will be how to try run the truth table and verify your circuit out of it. Basically, you will not going to draw the truth table. The truth table will be given to you, and you just have to fill all the fill in the blanks. So rather than I make more truth table here and try run this whole circuit, let us pick a partial list to it from there. Let me check and find out. Should have here the past paper questions. Logic gets filed into the files and downloads. No one on the paths documents. Logic gate. Let's pick some past paper question rather than notes. Let's find out. Let's dug up the past paper question. This is time to look how to find the past paper question. So you can also use this site. You can also download all the past papers right away, copy it, place it into your tablet or in your laptop or smartphone, whatever. Basically, these are topical past papers. I haven't worked on that. Okay. So we have very long range. So we are looking into paper 1 basically. Logic gates are in paper 1. This is not part of paper 2. So this one is crucial. We are not looking into paper 2. We will get to do it later on. Check this past paper. Let's find out logic gate. Logic. Okay, this thing, that's pretty easy. Output of this logic gate will be 1, and 1 is the input, and this is the what gate? Can you remember the shape? This looks like OR, but it has a bubble in front of it. This is a NOR gate. So NOR gate, what happens in OR gate if we have 1 and 1 as an input? In OR gate, output will be 1. But NOR is the OR, so 1 and 1 will be 0. Okay? So answer will be this. Alright. Okay. Three inputs. Logic gate. This is pretty easy. We can solve quickly. Okay. Just give me a minute so I can open the very same thing in my smartphone as well. All right. That's okay, this was a fish fry. This one. With page number. Page number of this machine. 20. Okay. So I'm guessing that this is only logic regression in this paper. And whoever have done this question, this is pretty easy one. You would be happy. Yeah. This is the question. Okay, there we are. So what you're going to have, you're going to have a question just like this. So this is the past paper question of 2014 summers, I guess. What is that? Winter 2014. So how we will going to solve this question? There is the logic gate, and there is the table. So how we going to do that? Can I zoom in, zoom out? No, God, I can't do that. I should have both things in front of me. Yeah, I can do that. Do it like this. There's a triple. Yeah, this is okay. Page number 22. Page number 22, right? There we go. Come on. Yeah. Here we go. So we have everything in front of us. And what we need to do, we need to also show the working, how we're going to do that. How people are going to actually solve the paper in the question in your final examination. So this whole thing will be given to you. You are given with the table, with the circuit, and then you will be given with the truth table. So you need to show the working and you need to fill the truth table. Okay. So there are various methods of doing that. So what you can do is by simply draw the line and also show the working like this. You're definitely not going to use the red pen. You're going to use blue or black. I recommend you use the pencils first. So when you're sure with your answers, then you can later on complete it with your pen, ballpoint, and you can just rub the pencil with it. So A, B, C. What we have here, we have A, B, and the input is an OR gate. Okay. So A and B are the input of an OR gate. I can write down something like this: A plus B. Okay. For this particular gate, let me have a look. This thing is fine, I guess. Okay. So for this OR gate, A and B are the inputs. Just please, both screens, I'm using this both thing right down there. This is for the question, and this is for the truth table. This is for the answer. All right. So A and B, and this is the OR case. So this is the reason that A plus B. So A plus B, what happens in the OR case? Any of the input is 1, output will be 1. Both of the inputs are off 0. Here B is 1, so 1. 1. If you're not getting this, you can just go to the lecture 1 and you can look into how OR gate works. All right. So A and B, we are done with the A and B. Now let's move to the other gate, that is the AND gate. And what are the input of this AND gate are? C and B. All right, and this is what? This is an AND gate. So B dot C, because AND is a multiplication gate. So B dot C. Okay, very good. Yes, very good. Okay, now this B dot C is B and C, and we are going to follow the AND gate. In AND gate, what happens? If all of the inputs are 1, only then we are going to have answer 1. 0, 0 will become 0, 0, 1 will become 0 because 0 multiplied with 1 is 0. And this is an AND gate, this is a gate 0. This will become 0 again. This is we're going to 1 because 1 and 1 is 1. 0, 0, 0, and this will be what? Will become 1. So this is the answer of second gate. Now we are done with A dot B. We have done with B dot C and AND gate. Now we are coming here. So this NOT gate has only one input, and this input is basically the output of this A dot B. Sorry, A plus B. This OR gate. So it means that this A plus B whole A plus B will going to get negated. It's still going to be get inversed. So whatever the answer here, it will going to get reversed here. 0 is there, 1. 0 is there, 1. 1 is there, 0. 1 is there, 0. 0, 0, 0, and 0. All right. This will be A plus B bar. This NOT gate has the input of basically the output of this AND gate, this NOT gate. So let's simply inverse the output AND gate. So B dot C will get inverse here. B dot C will get inverse. B dot C is 0 here. 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 0. So this will be the product. So now we have find everything, but this thing, this is what? This NOR gate. All right, opposite of the OR gate. And what are the inputs of this OR gate? This whole thing. Okay. So even if you ask me to write the equation, I'm going to have a shot with writing the equation after I've done with this whole truth table. Okay. Now these basically are the two inputs. These basically, if you're looking into this thing. Okay. So A plus B here and A dot B bar, A plus B bar and A dot B bar are the input of this NOR gate. Here, just call it X. Basically, what we have done, we have tried to done this whole thing in a small portion. We have done it, this whole thing here. That's fine. So nobody going to subtract your marks for this, and we can write down the answers here. So 1 and 1 is 1 in the OR gate, but we are having NOR gate 0. 1 and 1 is 1, but 0. 0 and 1 is 1, but 0. 0, 0 is 0, but it will become 1. This will become 0 again. This will become 0 again. This will become 0 again. This is the answer. Okay? So this is how you're going to get your answer. This is how you are going to try the circuit. So if we are going to quickly see how the equation thing works, let me discard it. For example, here, it's pretty easy. Simply A plus B, because this is an OR gate, this is a plus gate, this is a multiply gate, so this will become B dot C, because B and C are the inputs. So simply A plus B will get negated, and B dot C will get negated, and this is the X. Basically, X will be A plus B plus A dot C, and this whole thing will get barred because this is a NOR gate. Okay. So this is how you're going to write down the equation for the logic circuits. This can be a question. Okay. Let's continue. Let's find out if we have any other questions there. No logic gates. There are more logic gates. We are shown opposite using NAND or NOR gate only. Wow. This is a good question. So this is a logic gate. So okay, then you just have to use NAND and NOR gates only, and you have to read this whole circuit. Can you know how to do that? This is pretty easy because NAND and NOR gates are basically known as the universal gates. But we're going to cover this topic lately. Let's get to this, the dry running and the whole thing. Add on the logic statement and describe the following logic circuit. So you just have to write down the logic statement. That's pretty easy. This is the inverse thing. You have to write down the logic equation, and then you have to write down the logic statement. Just like we used to make the logic circuit out of the logic equation, and we make logic equation out of logic statement. So how we're going to do that is pretty easy. Let's do it. Just do it. Alrighty. That's good. No, not trying out. Okay. There we are. So how we're going to do that? Can we make it full screen? Don't know. Okay. So let's first make the logic equation out of that. That's pretty easy. Look, this is what A is there. This will become what? A bar as well. Okay, but I just like this dash option more because it's more convenient, more small. It's totally up to you. You can use the bar or you can use the dash. Both mean that this A is basically negated. This is B, and this B will get dash here as well. So this isn't simple OR gates. It's going to add its inputs just like this. Whatever the inputs are, it's simply going to add them up. This is the AND gate. B, not B dash, the simple B, because we're taking B from here. Like this. This is C, and this C will get negated here. So B and C dash is the input of this AND gate. B dot C dash. Okay. And what is the input of this AND gate, this whole thing, and this whole thing? You can write down A dot B plus B dash, and then this dot is basically for this AND gate, and then B dot C dash. So this is pretty simple. How to write down this thing into equation? Well, this is one. This is A dash. So this A dash means is A is equal to not 1, or you can also call it this is A is equal to 0. Both are going to work fine. Even this equation is going to work fine. I've seen the marking schemes. If you just have write down this equation, they're going to give you full marks. But still, just to be on the safe side, let's do this whole thing correctly. A is equal to 0, all right, plus B is equal to 0. B is equal to 0. Okay, done. This dot means AND gate. All right, just like we have done this dot and gate as like this. So now first rest b is equal to 1. Sorry, b is equal to 1 because b is positive and this dot means and c is equal to 0. So this is the equation that shows into 2. All right, so it's pretty easy. I hope that you have get it. Now, how to make statements out of this equation? That's pretty easy. A is off or B is off, and B is on and C is off. It's pretty easy. And this is good. I don't know like this. A is on because it's 0. Or this plus means or. And B is off. You can also write down A and B both are off. It's totally up to you. This is still going to work fine as well. A or B are off and B is on and C is off. I guess you get the topic, get the thing. Okay. So this is how you write down the equation. We have done with this part. This is something else that is algorithm that is basically the part of it 2 now. That used to come before change of course. Okay, just don't get anywhere. Just let me give you one more thing, the important thing. How to solve the questions like this one. Quick example. Okay. For example, if you have given circuit inside a box, or you have given a box with X, Y, Z, for example, A as an output, and they have tell you that they have even given you the statement or the equation. For example, like X and R on or Z and Y are off. For example, if this is the statement that they have given and they have given you this box, something like this, it's pretty easy. You will going to draw the logic circuit like same you have done it before, just like I've told you that try solving the question from left hand side. So let's do this AND gate first. This is the AND gate. What are the inputs? Z and Y are the inputs, but Z and Y are both off, so they will be the inputs, but they will be negated first. Okay, because they both are off. How you will going to write down this thing? Again, you can do that. X is equal to 1 and Y is equal to 1 because both are on, or Z is equal to not 1 or 0 because it's off, and Y is equal to not 1. So this is how you're going to do that. So we have done this Y and Z, this thing. So let's do this thing, this portion. Sorry. X and Y. That's X and Y are 1. So one another AND gate. X and Y. Well, this one, so we're going to put it from here. If it's this Y will be like not 1, so we have pick from here. Because it's 1, so we pick Y from here. And this is the OR gate. And there you go. So there are questions like this in past paper. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to post some more past paper questions on the page, even though the logic gate notes that I've given you, they are pretty much past paper questions there as well. So this is another type of past paper question, the syllabus question that can come from the logic gate. They're going to give you a box and they'll give you an equation and they want you to draw the circuit inside the box. And even they're going to give you a circuit inside the box and this asks you to make the equation or try it on the truth table. So these are the questions from the logic gates. Do let me know if you just need to solve some more questions. I think there is a question that I'm still missing. We have done some part of it, the statement question, just the truth table out. But I guess you can do that. But still, do let me know. Just give me your feedback. That if you're really learning from my class, if you have any problem, I'm really going to look into it, help you out, listen to your problems, comments. I'm really looking forward. Really want to help the students out there. Love teaching, love learning. Stay blessed, and see you again very soon. This is all for now.